Heyo folks, and welcome to the Creature Cafe. Sorry about the long waiting starting period. I was making food and the wind is blowing really hard here, so I heard a tree fall in my backyard, so I had to make sure it didn't hit anything. All good though, as far as I was able to see at least. Admittedly, I didn't do a major look, but today we are playing Gensys system Fistful of Sparks. Dark Wolf is the GM, and this is the solo session to set up my character. Each character is getting their own solo session, and unfortunately I will not be able to broadcast the others. However, if you go check him out, it is X Dark Wolf V. He should be linked as one of the fellow Curious Companions. You should be able to watch when he does the other solo sessions, and then we'll have our group sessions finally, starting this campaign. The official day for it, I'm not sure on yet, but we shall figure that out, and I will have it posted among the other slew of games that I have listed below. In the meantime, let's figure out if Wolf's ready and get this started. Also, I'm gonna bite into my pizza. Alright, I did my intro.
Yeah, one sec.
No, the pepperoni fell off.
Alright.
So I gotta figure if I've got my accent down right. I'm actually going to try and do an accent constantly for this character.
Oh, don't worry, I'm going to be doing accents as well.
Yay!
It's gonna be great! Anyway.
Yours are gonna be Western though, aren't they? Mine's gonna be like...
Yeah.
with Scotch-Irish.
Yeah.
Yes, I said Scotch-Irish. Because...
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever
drinking
accent,
Scotch.
really.
Yeah. I'm saying drinking Scotch instead of being Scottish-Irish.
Mm-hmm.
Bad joke for the viewers. I'm going to redeploy the split screen link for watching Dark Wolf and myself, and I am also going to share that on Dark Wolf stream.
Yay.
Yay. Oh, I'm not a mod on your thing.
Oh, I can probably change that. I don't know how to change that.
/ mod my name. Let me know
Spell
when
that right? Cool.
let me
There
know.
you go. You are now a moderator.
Nope.
What?
I need to refresh.
No, it worked.
That's why I said I need to refresh.
Alrighty then.
Oh, your name on your stream's better than mine, because I don't actually have names for my stuff. I just have Fistful, Genesis, Fistful Spark Solo Starter. You have Fistful of Sparks Prologue Part 1 Meet Brave Gut.
I mean, it's up to you if you want to change your title, man. I gotta look professional here for no apparent reason.
No, I like it. I like it. It's just like I don't usually
Alright,
get
I'm
the
gonna
info that the
switch
GMs
this
get
out.
to really set up a good title.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I will change mine.
Anyway. I guess there really isn't much else. Don't think so. Do you have any other questions about the system before we start?
I'm only gonna know what I have questions on once we run into the stuff.
Cool. Alright. Proper intro time. Hello. uh,
What's a proper intro?
this is definitely a proper intro. Uh, hello everyone who is either watching now or will be watching in the future, or maybe I'm just talking to the air. Or no, just talking to Galtorn
I was gonna
here.
say, I'm more than just air here. I'm not a sylph.
Look, man, you're air to me. Now, uh, this is going to be the first episode, session, whatever, of the solo kind of sessions. I'm just gonna call them prologues from now on because I don't know if we're gonna have more than one person in any of these prologues. For this one, obviously, it's just gonna be you. I might have, I know Sarah. I'm thinking maybe have Sarah and Haley in the same one because
Their
I have an
characters,
idea
I'm
for
guessing, are related or connected.
that. Not that I know of, but I feel like their character archetypes work well together in like the idea of their characters would fit into a small story. Whatever. We're not there yet. Anyway, this is going to be run in the Gensys system by Fantasy Flight Games. All credit goes to them for this system, and if you, it's a very narrative-based
What
system.
he said.
Yeah.
I
It's a
didn't
very
mention that
narrative.
in mine.
Well, I'm mentioning it in this.
That's why I said that's what he said, to add it to mine.
Yeah.
Not that's what he said.
Gensys is a very
You know what I mean.
interesting system, very narrative heavy system overall. If anyone has who is watching this has heard of the Campaign podcast, they play a very similar game which was based off of Star Wars. It's pretty much that system, but you can make it into anything, into any setting, pretty much. Otherwise, yeah, it's a pretty cool non-regular system using its own custom dice and such, which we'll be explaining as this kind of goes on.
So there was like success, fail, and severity.
There's like success, fail. Well, there's succeed, triumph, and then there are pretty much 6 kinds of things that you can roll. You can roll a success, an advantage, a triumph, or if on the difficulty die, you can roll a failure, a threat, or a despair.
Or nothing. I do recall there was nothing on the die. Some of the dice. Sides.
But I'll explain that as we kind of go along. It's not super hard to understand, but you'll see. I mean, they got the whole die roller in the right side panel. Anyway, oh wait, well I haven't set this up yet.
I'm gonna say what?
I'll check. Well, I haven't set the.
It's in the character sheets, but it's not in the side panel.
No, when you roll, it goes in the chat.
Oh, okay, that's what you mean.
Yeah, I haven't set the stream to be looking at this yet.
Neither have I, because I was waiting for my character introduction.
Alright. Anyway, yeah. this will become more and more professional as we lead to the first actual session. So,
As we learn to be professional.
yeah, I'm intending to probably even like draw a logo kind of thing for this because why not? As
I
well
need to
as
get back into drawing. Like, I have not drawn in so long. I've been terrible.
yeah, I'm also
I
probably
haven't
gonna
had it.
start drawing the maps and stuff as well. This I'm warning right now, I've taken just things from the internet as well as I had to use the drawing thing in Roll20, which is not very great. No, I mean
No.
it's good for what it is,
Yeah.
but it's not exactly the best to use. So
Nope.
you gotta take what I can get here. All right, so I guess we'll just kind of
I'm the
start
first.
this
I'm the
off.
least you're prepared for. I get it.
Yeah,
I'm the
pretty
lowest
much.
bar.
Well, that as well as I mean, I kind of didn't hear any like we did. I didn't even know when this was gonna when everyone was gonna be ready to do this. So I was kind of like scrambling to get everything ready. Anyway,
You're the GM. You
it
decide when
should
we
be.
do this.
Well, I was waiting for everyone else to be like, "Yeah, I can do. I'm gonna make my character now," and it didn't happen for a while. But I'm
I mean, for a
complaining
while,
over nothing.
none of us had half the details and stuff. I don't know.
I don't
Cause
know.
I still don't even
Whatever.
have my inventory.
Oh shit! Crap. Well, I posted that stuff, man.
Did you finally
In the
update it? You never
repost.
told me you finished it.
I specifically said that I did it in the chat. Yeah, god damn it.
Well,
Well, we'll take a minute or two to figure that out. So
I mean,
you
mostly
open up
good thing. Mostly, my
the
guy's a brawler and not too based on buying a bunch of guns and shit.
you're probably gonna want a gun.
Well, in
Like
time, but
you're not gonna want to be without a gun in this.
yeah, I'm just saying he's gonna at least not use it at the start for now. Probably. We'll see.
Uh, Hold on.
Well, there's
I'll
a lot of
let you
stuff.
just kind of have a gun right at the start. You're gonna want it, trust me.
Alright, I'll just scroll through the thing and get them as I need them.
Yeah. What? Hold on, let me bring up the resources.
We only
somewhere.
start with 500 gold, though, right?
Yes. No.
Or whatever the currency is.
I
500.
think there was a way to get more. I forget.
Um.
There was a way. I know there was. Maybe not.
All I know is the starting wealth was mentioned as 500.
Yeah. I'd say just take a 357.
Wait, did I do my? I might not have done a lot
And
more
we'll
stuff.
figure out we'll figure out the money situation the next time. It shouldn't be super important right now.
I may not have grabbed talents and powers either.
Oh,
Oops.
well,
I'll get it all figured out for next session. Hope
okay.
it's not too important.
Yeah, talents are kind of I mean, they can help, but it's nothing that's gonna be a major disadvantage. At least I hope this session. Anyway, if you die, it's both of our faults.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, I guess we'll just kind of roll into this as completely professionally as possible.
Completely
Cool.
professional failed preparers.
Yep. So we'll start this off with you. Everything is a little bit fuzzy, and you kind of suddenly like you start feeling around. You notice that you're in a cave, some sort. Kind of look around a bit. It's pretty dark, but you see a light at the end, at the end of this tunnel, almost, of the cave. And
Don't go for
you
the
get up.
light. Don't go for the light. Don't go for the light.
Well, you're going for the light. you you're
Hey,
walking
first scene
towards
as me dying.
Obviously. But no, you walk slowly towards the light. There doesn't seem to be anything anywhere else to go, so you just keep walking. As you're getting closer to whatever entrance to this cave is, you hear kind of like a loud thud. You ignore it, and you continue walking forward.
You mean
And as you're about to get to the front of the cave,
ignore it because I think it's just the pounding in my head.
probably. But as you get towards the front of the cave, you look out and just feel this like rush of adrenaline. Like whatever you're like whatever's out there, you're excited to see. And then everything shatters with a loud bang.
Hmm.
As you groggily wake up, you are sitting in the Silver Wheat Inn. It's a saloon in the town of Ramstone. You drank quite a bit last night.
I drink
And
quite a bit every night.
you were just like straight up hungover. Uh, and as you're kind of groggily waking up, you kind of look up to see, standing over by the front of the bar. One sec, I gotta get this out. E. There we go. Anyway, over at the front of the bar, you see the gnomish bartender kind of held up by what look like two thug bandit. Yeah. Let me restart that. You see the gnomish bartender is being held up by what look to be two bandits. One is a bit kind of lanky and scrawny, but he seems like he could be, pretty quick with a gun. The other one is kind of a bit more burly and has a double-barreled shotgun. And you see kind of around them on the ground, you don't know why. You must have been out, like, you must have been really passed out, because there on the ground, kind of scattered a bit throughout, are actually a couple people that have been shot down within this saloon. And you look over to see the barrel of a 357 smoking from the lankier bandit's hand, as the gnome is like, all right, look, you fellas, you guys already took pretty much everything I got over this past night. What more do you want? The lankier one, kind of just looks at him and says, all right, look, I know that we did take pretty much everything from us and our posse, but I think you're holding out on us. There's no way that you don't have a little bit of a secret stash. Right, right, Butch? And the other, larger one, that's right, Gare.
Okay.
What do you do? Or, do you just sit there and watch? Or,
Well, first I'm gonna lift my head groggily off the table and
Hmm.
be like, well, I guess I'm in this same old story again. I must have had something good last night. And look over them, look down at my mug being empty for the moment.
So, actually, quick, give me a bit of a description of what everyone's seeing here. Like, we kind of zoom over to a bit of the corner of the room, right over here, and we see a dwarf.
Yep. My screen not switch?
Oh wait, is it not switched? I set players to.
No, my screen didn't switch. On my stream. It's local monk.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Your screen didn't switch.
Oh, it didn't?
Your
Oh,
stream.
there we go. That
Oh,
was an accident. Anyway, there we go. Huh.
so we got a shit. Where's all this that stuff? It's a male dwarf, short, brawny build, of course. I mean, what dwarf doesn't usually have that? Um, if he were to try and stand up, as if he could stand up straight, he'd maybe reach 4 foot. Um, but of course he'd not be able to stand up straight. He'd have a nice stagger going on.
Mhm.
Dull black hair and light blue eyes. Let's see. And he's holding pretty well onto that mug, even though he was sleeping on it.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh, what would you say, like, your attire is like kind of standard, I guess, Western attire, or you wearing a duster or
mm,
hat?
I'd say it's kind of limited. Um, whether from selling off his clothes to afford more alcohol or losing in some gambling when he was too drunk to think straight. He only really has a pair of shorts on and a like a real baggy overshirt for the most
Hmm.
part.
All
Real
right.
loose fitting clothes, but enough to at least cover him and look reasonable.
All right. So you're kind of groggily getting up a bit as you see this kind of going on. Uh, and the the larger one kind of looks over and sees you moving, and kind of turns to shotgun and looks. Hey Gary, we got we got a live one over here.
I just look
uh,
down in my mug and shit, I'm gonna start pulling on your accent instead of mine. Um, I'm just gonna look down at my mug and be like, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Uh, Tip it upside down, trying to see if a drop even drips out. I'd say this beer's pretty dead.
you hear the lankier one kind of looks over, kind of glances over slightly, but turns his attention back uh, to the gnome and is like, "Hey, you Butch, you keep an eye on him. I'm gonna make sure that our little friend, our little bartender friend here, is gonna get us some that quality drink." And the gnome is gonna be like, well, you got me, all right. I got a little bit still left in the back. If you let me go and grab that, I'm sure. And he kind of shoots his gun again. And he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna let you go back there by your lonesome. If you're gonna go back there, I'm coming with
I'm gonna
you."
be standing up, very drunkenly staggering, like clearly not looking like a threat because I'm too drunk to even really walk straight.
Butch kind of levels his, kind of slightly moves like his gun over. He's like, "Oh, don't you try anything funny."
If funny is filling up this cup, I mean, I'd ask you to help.
He kind of like looks over as the gnome and the lankier bandit kind of start going back. Gary, because that's what I randomly decided to name him.
Okay.
uh, Improv. Anyway,
Okay.
so yeah, you start kind of walking up. You
First
should be
rule
able
of
to move
improv
your...
is don't talk about improv.
Well, you know what? That's too bad. You should be able to move your character, by the way. I don't know,
I know.
are you able to?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yep.
So, yeah, Butch kind of, laughs a bit, and he's just like, well, uh, there's not really much left after last night. But I'm sure that, little Nomi fella is gonna be able to find...
Well,
As they
that
walk
that
back.
that sounds good. I could definitely use some more. Um, what about that keg next to you though? Is that empty? He kind
He
of.
kind of t turns his... He turns, like, away from you for a second, is like, what? There's a... What? And, like, looks over in this direction. Towards, like, probably the way you're... Were you talking, like, right over here, I'm guessing?
Either over
Something?
there or down over here. Something.
Alright,
Really, it doesn't even have to be a keg.
actually...
It's just kind of like he's got the drunk vision, so he's just like seeing shit.
Hmm. Yeah, so... Yeah, he looks over pretty much in that direction, and just kind of like, what are you talking about? I thought we already drained all this, and kind of like starts walking in that direction.
I mean, if I don't know, I just woke up from whatever last night was. I don't even remember what half of it.
So, as as that's going on, you suddenly hear a crack of a rifle going off as this the lankier one starts like pretty much he like falls backwards out from the doorway and like kind of backing up on the ground. You can see that he has a he's
Who?
like holding the side of
Which
his
he?
chest. He's like what?
Which he? You're just like,
The lankier one.
oh,
The lanky bandit. Um like holding the side of his chest. He's like, God damn it, Bush, he's got it. And then another bullet as he's just capped, uh,
okay.
dead. And the other one, Butch, like looks over. He's like, you little son of a bitch, and like he shoots his shotgun towards the door. You don't really uh, hear like anything fall over. It just kind of hits the door as it kind of swings open again. Uh, and the gnome is like, "Hey, stranger, give you 200 sil if you get rid of that other boy."
Uh, Beldrick holds up his mug as if he's like thinking about like trying to shoot like or aiming his mug basically, but he's like doing the standard drunken swing thing. And you said the other boy. Which of the three is he?
As Butch just kind of Butch just kind of ignores you because he thinks like obviously you look pretty drunk, um, and he starts kind of walking towards the door, and you hear the bartender's voice. Just there's only one of them. The one in the whatever one's in the middle, I guess.
Oh, what if they're playing merry-go-round? um,
He yells, "I don't give a damn if they're playing merry-go-round. Just shoot one of them." And Butch is just like, "You're
what,
gonna pay for that, little Nomi."
I guess, what do I roll for quick draw?
Okay. So, to explain rolling a little bit, in your thing, you should see because we're not really like fully in combat here, because he doesn't consider you a threat at all.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to your skills, it should be where the heck is the roller? There it is. It should be at the top where it says dice pool.
Yeah.
And if you look at your what is it? Ranged light, I think it's gonna be.
Range light.
Yeah.
Would I just roll that? Since there's a roll button next to that?
If you pretty much because it has the one green,
Mm-hmm.
that's one ability die.
Yeah.
So if you put that into the dice pool, and then it's going to be, I think it's going to be normal difficulty here, because I think it's short range. So there would be 2 difficulty die, which are the purple die. So if you put 2 into that part of the dice pool, and then you click the roll button.
I'm assuming a regular ranged would be if I were to just try and throw my mug at the dude.
You're just gonna throw your mug at the. Well, actually, we're using range.
You cut out.
So that would
what?
probably be. We're using ranged light and ranged heavy.
Okay.
Because this system has a lot of different skills that you can and can't use, that you don't have to use, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if you're gonna throw the mug at him, it would be a ranged light, which would be probably just the one ability die. Also, I don't remember. I don't know how the story points in this game work. That's the one thing. Roll me a d4 really quick. Okay. There's going to be 2 points in the story pool for you.
Okay.
Let me. Why is it not letting me change that? I think I got it.
I'm assuming it's the usual luck or point thing of like, oh, you get a special change kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like nullify
Yeah, pretty much.
crit or something. or add
Or you
difficulty.
can upgrade, yeah, or you can upgrade a die. There's a lot of different things you can use it for. So,
Yeah.
why is this?
Um.
There we go. Force player update. There we go. Destiny pool needs to have been reset to fix this functionality. Why is it doing that? Right. There we go. Obviously this will all be a lot smoother, hopefully, in future sessions. But, yeah. So, you're gonna throw your mug at him?
I honestly have to be like all the way up here to at least even start to see him on my map.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I've got Fog of War or whatever going on.
God dang it. I tried to fix this. Let me see. Does that fix anything?
Maybe if I refresh.
I don't
to
think
actually
so.
get it.
No, it would have happened immediately.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure
No,
it.
you have to.
I don't know what's up.
Oh
with
no,
this.
it didn't. Never mind.
Here, I'll fix it real quick. Here. There you go.
There it is.
There you go. Anyway, so roll me with one difficulty, or two difficulty and one ability, unless you want to use a story point or something to upgrade your ability die to a proficiency die, which is a yellow one.
The difficulty is the black ones, right?
Difficulty is the purple ones.
Oh.
The black ones are setback die.
Oh, okay. They just don't
Which-
give any names on this, so.
Yeah. I would usually give you a setback die, but for the moment, whatever. We'll see how this goes. You already don't have a lot in ranged light.
Nope. I mean, I'm not even going for actually hitting him with it. I'm just kind of like throwing it towards him, like pretending like I tripped over the stool. Kind of give it a throw while he's not paying attention, and then as he turns around, act like he tripped over the stool. And
Alright, so roll that. That is a failure. Yeah, you rolled an advantage and then so the way it works is when you roll a success and a failure, those cancel each other out. An advantage and a threat cancel each other out. And if you get a triumph or a despair, those are going to happen no matter what, though they also count as a success or failure. Advantage and threat are like extra things that can be added on a roll. You can still get advantage or threat without failing or succeeding a roll. And it can give you like extra bonuses and such. Whether it's like you either for a threat you may gain strain for doing whatever you're doing, or for an advantage you can lose strain, or you can give someone else a bonus on your next on their next turn or whatever. So something like that. Then success and failure are pretty obvious. We haven't really gotten. I don't know if there will be any triumphs or despairs in this. I probably not any despairs, but a triumph is like really good. Like you can do things that are pretty much you can do anything that an advantage can get you, as well as some other things that are even better than getting an advantage, like getting however many advantage. So, yeah.
okay. So
All right. So you failed, but
Yeah. So I
like
don't
I
hit him, obviously.
yeah, it kind of rolls, like kind of hits the floor, kind of bounces a bit, and rolls to the side as it does catch Butch's attention though, and he kind of looks over. He's like, "What the hell you think you're doing, shorty?"
Stool. You able to pick that up for me?
Uh, Make a persuasion roll. I think that was one of the things. It's that
Probably.
or coercion.
Um, Coordination, discipline,
Or negotiation? There's a lot of weird rolls in this.
social skills.
Uh, Use charm, or actually, either charm or deception, whichever.
Negotiation.
Oh, okay. Actually, that would work, yeah.
That's gonna be a little better than my
Or
charm.
not. I think
Failure and threat.
so.
Difficulty threat times 2.
Yeah, so that didn't turn out the way you wanted it to.
I mean,
Um,
I just got 2 threats towards me instead, so
yeah. So
maybe that's what
I
I
think
want.
I think uh first off, take 2 strain. I think I'll have that happen because like your hangover really bogging you down right now. It's taking a lot to even come up with words. Um, so Butch is gonna kind of like look over. He's gonna be like, "You can deal with that yourself." As he turns back around and starts moving towards the door, like slowly. You hear on the other,
Where'd you say it fell at? Probably there.
yeah, like right there.
Alright. I'll just move myself there in the meantime.
He kind of takes his shotgun. Like he still has kind of an eye on you, and he kind of takes his shotgun. Uh, Kind of. Do I want to? I think I'm gonna have initiative be rolled here
Okay.
at this point.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Probably a good point for it.
yeah. I want you to roll a, I'm gonna say a cool check here because it kind of makes sense.
If I remember where that is at. There it is.
Yeah. So you don't have to do with any difficulty or any, well,
Do I take off the difficulty then?
whatever, you rolled it, it's a success in it. So, okay, well, alright then.
Okay, just high dice system.
No, that's not good. Trust me.
No,
So,
that's not.
the way that this is gonna happen, probably roll one more really quick for
No.
Mr. Gnome there. If I can get this open. 2. He did pretty good. Alright. So the way initiative works is whoever gets the highest amount of success, that's where like a slot goes. And this is initiative works differently from a lot of other systems where usually when you roll, it's just whoever has the highest goes in the order of highest to lowest. In this, there are NPC and PC slots and ally slots, whatever, where you're able to kind of you roll to see where these slots go, but then anyone can take those slots.
Okay.
So like there's enemy slots PC slots and then there's ally slots. So the first slot is an NPC slot. Um,
So it starts my choking. Choke
yeah.
cough. Ugh.
Not a PC slot, but whatever.
Also, Zazong, like a while ago, said "Woo, go Nick," and then a bunch of
Yeah, Zazong.
yeah.
Oh, hi. I don't think he's still here, but
Um,
unless he is, I can't tell. Either way, uh,
doesn't look like it.
thank you, Zazong, if you're still here. Um, cool. So the NPC goes first, which is gonna be the gnome. You kind of hear some rattling around in the back, but otherwise you don't hear anything else. Um, and then it is your turn. Is Beldrak's turn.
Beldrek Brave Gut. Gothic Iago.
Hmm.
Um. I don't even know what I can do because I don't have any inventory. Um.
I mean, if you want, you can. You're pretty. He let you get pretty close. You can
Yeah.
go up and do something if you want.
Probably what I'd be
Like,
doing.
yeah. Let me see. There's a whole area of combat. Um,
There's combat.
I forget what the so the what you get a maneuver, you get an action. And you can take 2 strain to take another maneuver. An action can be a maneuver if you want it to be as well. But each of these parts of the turn, like a maneuver, movement is a maneuver. Um, Aiming is a maneuver, which would give you an extra bonus die. Um, opening a door, diving behind cover, standing up. Those are all maneuvers. Uh, Actions include like, you know, firing a weapon, punching or grappling someone, uh, instructing allies with a series of orders which can give you bonuses and such, uh, sneaking and that sort of thing. What you would expect like an action in D&D or something to be, pretty
Mm.
much. So, uh, you can use a maneuver to get to him if you wanted to, since I know that brawl is your big thing.
Yep. So I guess I'm gonna at first be looking like I'm picking up my mug, and then I'm gonna start a semi-drunken charge actually towards this guy. Possibly showing that my drunkenness is not so true if he's really paying attention, or I'm just really luckily getting this charge.
All right. Roll me a
Brawl.
is I think that this is a contested. Oh, what?
Um. Okay.
No, not that.
Not that.
Um, go to the top of your sheet and set everything to 0
It is.
again. It is all at 0.
Yeah.
That is not, or is my. Hold on. I'm okay.
Success advantage. Doesn't that get you another roll?
Um, the difficulty is going to be. Well, just go to the top and set the difficulty as 3. No, wait, 2 difficulty, so 2 purple.
Okay.
And then I believe if you click the brawl uh, button near where the skill is, it should work. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you succeeded, and
Just
the way
kinda.
that works is it's going to be you pick. Are you gonna hit him with your mug, or are you
No,
with the
I'm
mug? You're just
basically
fighting him.
like coming up behind him, football lifting him.
All right. So the way that that works is the damage that you're going to deal is your brawn damage, plus the amount of successes that you got. So you got two successes. So that's going to be, I'm guessing your brawn is at 3, so that's
Mm-hmm.
5 damage.
Okay.
All right. All right. So you kind of go up to him and like you just kind of tackle him, and he like does not expect it. Like he had his gun facing the other way. He kind of like barely embraces himself, but like gets toppled over um, as he hits the ground pretty hard. And then it's going to be his turn, and he's going to try and throw you off. I think I'm gonna make this a kind of contested check. So you have three brawn, so he's gonna be going up against that. Actually, what is his roll? E. Well, he throws you off, and that's going to deal
But he
like
gets
he kind
three
of
threats.
yeah he did. Um, what happens is what is his okay. I'm gonna do that actually. I like the thought of that. Okay, so
I'm not sure whether that's a
he
devious
kind of
GM comment or.
he kind of like you're on top of him pretty much, and you're about to go down and punch him again when
Not punch him, just like. I'm not punching him, I'm just basically tackled him.
oh, you just tackled him.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, shoulder chart checked him into the ground, I guess. Or whatever. However, we said we did it.
I'm sorry, I feel like I got this messed up a bit then, but
I mean, you said I knocked him to the ground, right?
yeah.
Well, no, I'm not punching him. I basically did shoulder check him, but
Oh, so you just shoulder checked him. All right.
yeah, like a football
All right.
take.
Then he just kind of gets up and he's going to pretty much he like gets up with one of his maneuvers and he kind of like takes the uh barrel of the gun and just kind of hits you with the blunt end of it. And that's going to deal it's going to give you 3 5 wounds minus your soak.
So 2.
Yeah.
Hooray for 3 soak.
Kind of sends you back a little bit as he but as he does that he accidentally fires his gun off, uh losing one of the 2 shells that he has in it.
Mm-hmm. Up into the
And
ceiling or
he's
something, I'm guessing. Not
yeah,
into
pretty
me.
much like straight up into the ceiling, kind of like stunning him a bit because he wasn't expecting it. Like, God damn it, you stupid little shit! And he kind of looks like he's about to come after you, but that's the end of his turn. So it is now the gnome's turn, as you kind of see him like peek out for a second from behind the door, and he kind of takes aim and shoots at the bandit's leg with kind of a smaller carbine that he has. Yeah. And that hits him. But I think with that threat, it's going to, uh, okay. So as it hits him, he kind of hits him in the leg, and he just howls in pain as he kind of grasps his leg and pretty much falls directly on top of you,
Oh.
pinning you to the ground.
Okay. Well, not really.
But
As much as pinning as would someone just laying on top of you would be, not like someone actually pinning you.
well, yeah, he just fell on top of you.
Okay.
And he kind of the guy kind of is holding his leg for a second, but just kind of slowly, just from the pain and the stress, just kind of passes out.
I was gonna say, I mean, just because I'm drunk doesn't mean I'm easy.
Well, alright. Combat is technically over. So, yeah, the gnome kind of comes out. He's like, well,
As I push this guy off of me.
yeah, that's over. Sorry you had to get mixed up in this. Freaking assholes came and plundered most of the town last night. I'm surprised you even slept through all that.
I just walked up here for a drink.
Yeah.
What
He goes
happened
over,
now?
takes the shotgun away from the bandit and kind of props him against the bar. Yeah, there was a posse came in last night. Yeah, they kind of just decided they wanted to take all our shit.
Don't say the alcohol.
Yeah, pretty much all of it. They took everything from the brewery over on the other side of the street. And you kind of remember that you saw kind of a larger building that was in there. Damn it, RC. But yeah, you remember seeing a building when you originally came into town that kind of had the smell of a pretty large brewery. When you were coming into town, you had heard about the Silver Wheat Brewery.
I mean, that's probably what drew me to the town anyways.
Yeah, that's exactly what drew you to the town. You've heard that Silver Wheat beer is some of the best in this area, in this region. Kind of draws in a good bit of tourism, I guess you'd say.
I mean, if I don't remember the night, then it must have been good.
All right. Sorry, this is very unprofessional, and I apologize to all of the people watching.
What's unprofessional? You're explaining the story, and I'm playing my character, and we're just playing the stuff out.
Yeah. No, whatever. Ignore that. If we had editing, I would cut that out, but we don't. Anyway.
Shame.
So the gnome kind of gets all like the weapons from the two guys. He's like, yeah, I don't know where the hell the sheriff is. Probably took him out pretty early on, but no, we've been pretty much on our own this night. The entire brewery is they took as much as they could and got out. Pretty much robbed this place blind. Luckily, I got still got a few tricks up my sleeve as he kind of shows you like waves the carbine that actually looks like a pretty nice carbine, like well made, pretty good craftsmanship. Um, Probably like a family heirloom of some sort. Uh, so what's your name, stranger? I don't think I ever got it last night.
The name's Beldrak Gothiacog Gotha Kiago. You can call me Brave Gut though.
All right. Nice to meet you, Brave Gut. My name, God, that's what
Did
I
you not
forgot
do
to do. I
any
forgot to
name
write down
generation?
his name. Uh,
Gnome name generator, go!
no name generator.
I said
Uh,
gnome, not no.
Gnome. Uh, fuck it. My name's Kesks.
Casks?
Kesks? Kesks. Kesk.
I'm writing down casks.
That was my bad. No, not, no. Fine, whatever.
Is there notes? There's not a note section on here.
I believe that there is. It should be in the final section.
That's an NPC sheet. That's one
Yeah, that's the
problem.
NPC sheet. It should be,
There's notes.
yeah. Anyway, Kesk. Kesk. Um, this here's my inn, as I'm sure that you've realized. God
I
damn.
mean, I believe it and I got well acquainted last night.
Yeah, you were, pretty rowdy. Surprisingly so.
Rowdy.
Yeah,
Why, I'd never.
I mean, you started a couple bar fights last night. I had to bribe you to keep you from beating the shit out of old man. Why do I keep blanking on this?
You need like a name generator
I
sitting next
need
to you.
like a sheet. All right, that's the next time. I'll have a sheet of names.
Just
Uh,
to randomly pick from.
yeah. You almost beat the shit out of old Johnson. I mean,
Well,
he kind of had it coming, but
I was gonna say I don't know the fella, but I'm sure he deserved it if I was gonna beat him.
well, I mean, he kind of looks around at the saloon. He's just like, I got a lot of cleaning up to do. You might, you know, do you think you'd
I'm
be able
gonna
to?
sit down on this bar stool and smack my head off the into the bar for a moment.
Yeah. So I don't think there's not really anything I can offer, for at least even a little bit of help. Unfortunately, uh, I kind of hoping you maybe wouldn't do anything about the guy, so I wouldn't have to give you money. But here he kind of puts out like 200 sil. Said if you help me, I'd give you some. But
I'll just take another beer and that guy's shotgun.
all right. Well, unfortunately, we don't got any more beer. That's the problem. He kind of puts the shotgun on the table and shoves it over to you. It's a double-barreled shotgun.
All right.
It only has one shell in it at the moment.
Still
I
looking.
I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. We ain't got any more beer. We ain't got any drink now. How am I supposed to make a living like this? And he kind of thinks for a moment. And he's like, "Hey, you any good with that?" He kind of points to the shotgun.
Uh,
I mean, at the
I'm
very
better
least,
with
you
my
look like a
fists,
pretty.
as you may have seen last night.
That's true. It's true.
But I mean, it doesn't take a sober man to put a shot through a fella.
That's very true. Well, I heard during the whole raid last before they finally left, there was another group of people. They were actually heading over, probably planning to head over to the fort where the posse seems to be hanging out. Maybe, and I want to put this out there. I don't expect you to do this or nothing, but if you were to go out there, maybe help them, and then make sure that you get all the all of the beer that belongs to this establishment, I might be able to, you know, give you a bit of reward. But
Uh,
it's up to you.
that sounds like a thing saying all the beer.
Okay, not all the beer, but as much as you can carry back. Because I don't think they're gonna give a damn about that about the beer and liquor. But I need that. I need that for my business. I ain't got shit right now. They took all the money out of the register as well. Now, if you do this, as I mentioned, a reward, I can give you permanent rest here, as well as half off any of the drinks. How's that sound?
That sounds good to me.
All right.
Uh,
He kind of goes over. I don't got any, as I said, I don't got any liquor, but I do got water if you want to maybe sober up a bit, or milk, whichever you prefer.
uh,
Hello, Sarah. I see you creeping over in the chat.
who's creeping in our chat?
Sarah,
Is she? Oh, she is.
creeping over in my chat.
Velociraptor.
Mm.
Oh, hey.
Yes, yes, you, Sarah. Anyway, uh,
What?
so yeah, sorry, what did you say?
Um, I don't remember.
Yeah, he was offering if you wanted a drink of some sort, like water or milk or something.
Are you making a kid joke about me with that milk?
I am not. I'm just saying you may want to sober
Just,
up if you're gonna
just
do.
because I'm little doesn't. I used to be a big fella here. Uh, that darn witchcraft changed me into this dwarf.
What the?
I did
What?
originally ask for it, but then she wouldn't change me back.
I never meant any disrespect. I'm just I you're a strange fella. He kind of puts some water on the table for you.
Oh, I was hoping for some milk.
Well, all right then. He kind of reaches down and pulls up a drink, some milk and pours it for you. There you go. Now, if you need anything, I know you might want to check down by the sheriff's, see about, I don't know, firearm procurement if you need, or something like that if you need more, bullets. Considering that I'm sure the sheriff's already gone, he's missed, pilfer a little bit from the sheriff's station.
Did you just say take ammo from the sheriff while he's not there?
Hey, what I'm saying is sheriff's dead. And if we're gonna be using anything from there, it'd probably be a good idea.
I mean,
Unless they already took everything.
just
Actually,
cause
probably took everything.
just 'cause the man drank too much last night doesn't mean you should go taking his ammo.
Sure. Maybe I should roll back a bit.
No, like this is.
I'm confused of what I'm even saying now.
You said he was dead, and Beldrick is kind of just
You're
assuming
that
you just meant like he's passed out.
No, what I'm saying is if the sheriff couldn't do anything about this whole thing, the sheriff's dead. Like, flat out dead. And if we're gonna do anything to protect this town, I mean, protect the liquor at the very least.
That is something I can get behind.
Might want to just mosey on over there. But, in the end, up to you. I don't know if you want to head out now, or want to be around town for a bit. See if there's anyone else that, might still want to be going out there.
I'm gonna enjoy my drink for a moment. That was I used to be able to cover that walk across this room in 3, counting on his fingers. 3, 5, 1, 4 steps. I could have crossed that room 4 steps the way I used to be.
I'm sure you could. and he just kind of looks down at himself. I mean, it still takes me about 20. But anyway, I'm gonna start cleaning up. You do what you're gonna do. He kind of like gets off from. You kind of notice that he has a bit of like a stand on the bar, almost, where so he can stand up there and be seen. Kind of hops down off that and goes and starts kind of just taking all of the various bodies, kind of pulling them outside. It seems like the occasional body doesn't seem to bother him. I mean, people shoot each other in the West, in the Wild West stuff a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway. So what are you doing?
He's gonna enjoy his milk, and I don't know, is that the end of the session? If it is, he passes out. If not, then after a couple minutes he wakes up.
I think we can probably have that be the end of the session. I think that works.
I don't know.
Kind of a short session.
Right. As you said, it was short, and I figured that would have been the probably likely ending spot.
Yeah.
So he's gonna
Yeah.
drink his milk, and then
You kind of just
give
pass
it give
out
it
for a
give a
bit.
tap for another one, and before he gets it, pass out.
Hmm. All right. I think that it kind of fades out on that as we kind of just kind of zoom out of the town, and we get kind of a splash screen of Fistful of Spark prologue. uh,
Hey,
and
prologue
then
part one.
it fades out as Finn shows up.
Finn.
Yeah, it is Finn. Anyway,
Who's Finn?
this was a generally it was meant to be kind of a short session. All these prologues are going to be a bit short for
Mhm.
anyone who's watching. Um, Obviously, this is a bit of a rough one. I kind of threw it together a little bit hastily. Uh, I apologize if it's to you, Galtorn, if it was at all kind of weird, which it kind of was.
I mean, it kind of was, but at the same time, half of that was because of my character, which I felt I was able to do relatively well compared to some
Yeah,
of
no,
my characters.
I enjoy it, and I didn't, and also I didn't know how it's gonna be,
Uh
so
huh.
this kind of gives me an idea of what to do from here on out. But anyway, thank you to everyone who tuned in. I hope it wasn't awful. Thumbs up. I appreciate I
I don't
appreciate
have
everyone
a
who
camera to show that.
actually took the time to tune in though. You guys are all great. Thank you. Thank you for the shout out, Zazong, and I see you there, Sarah. Your time will be here soon.
Yes.
Soon.
Soon.
And with that, uh, I think
Sarah
we'll,
doesn't even have her character made yet, though.
yeah,
Yeah, Sarah,
no,
get
not
on your
yet.
character making. I need to finish up
I
my
sent
character,
you the
too.
link. But,
I
anyway,
still need to
uh,
finish my character.
yeah, we'll finish your character. We'll get everything squared away with that. Also add 200 sil to your, money,
Oh, I
which
did get
sil
paid the
is the,
200?
yeah, he gave you the 200.
Okay. Let's see, is that on top of the, what, base 500?
Hmm.
That I need to
Yeah,
still
we'll
use.
figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I need
anyway,
to mark down how much ammo I have, don't I? Or are you gonna pull that?
we'll worry about that in the next session. So,
I'm just gonna
we'll
use
cut the
HP
stream
for
here.
ammo.
Uh, Everybody,
For now.
thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Enjoy, folks. Hope you enjoyed this quick session. I'm gonna mute myself for my outro, since I blabber on about my other games. Oh, I guess I can do it while I'm on your stream. Why not? More broadcasting, connection, stuff like
Well, I
that.
already ended my stream.
Oh, well, rip. Jeez. I missed like 4 conversations. I've been made playlist. Okay. Just reading Sarah's stuff. Yeah, let's see, what's today? Thursday, tomorrow I play soccer. Saturday, it's looking like Ruby is not going to be going on.
Is it not?
From what I'm seeing in the chat, the GM is going to con.
Oh.
Otherwise, if we are having it, it's at a unknown time.
Hmm. All right then.
Yeah. So we'll figure out if I'm streaming that or not. Keep an eye out. It's, I guess, not going to be regular time though. Perhaps we'll get in a different game though. Play something at least during that time to get in our usual stream. If there is no game. Let's see, Sunday I have in person, so I probably won't be streaming like usual. And then Monday is our final chapter of Echo. The unlisted chapter, at least. Unless there's multiple unlisted chapters, but I doubt it. So yeah, Monday we'll finish Echo, and then maybe figure out what other game we're gonna play. Alright, folks, this has been the Creature Cafe, and with Dark Wolf, I don't know what his community name is.
I don't have a community name yet.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Dark Wolf's folks, check him out. He is linked at the lower section of my page under the Fellow Curious Companions, as well as I think he's also in the top 8 widget thing that I have, because I only put the people that I know actually stream in that, I think. I have to double check if they all still do. Pretty sure most of them do. But yeah. When is this game supposed to be standardly otherwise?
It's gonna be probably on every other Saturday.
Oh, we're doing every other Saturday with Ruby?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like earlier in the day or anything?
No.
Ruby's at 6, I think?
Yeah, no, I don't think I can do it earlier, honestly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking, because I thought that's what we originally, so.
Perhaps. I don't recall the full conversation of when it was, or if I missed any of it. So, I'll get that posted on my page. Be sure to check out Dark Wolf for the other solo sessions before the game starts. Or before the full pack starts. Yeah.
Check out Chaotically Neutral. I play Nexus. It's a really great podcast where we play masks.
Yeah.
Get that on any of your podcatchers, that sort of thing.
Do check that out. Currently we have a Masks game on hiatus, but you can get your Masks fill or your superheroes fill through his podcast. You said it was Chaotically Neutral? Chaotic Neutral?
Well,
Yeah.
Chaotically Neutral. You
Chaotic.
won't find there's a Chaotic Neutral podcast as well that we about, but whatever.
I don't remember which one I get. I think I might get Chaotic Neutral and haven't been able to find your guys's for some reason.
You should be able to find ours. It's like it's been out long enough.
Right. I'll have to double check and see.
Cool.
But yeah. Any other plugs you want before I end it?
Not really, no.
Alright, folks.
I forgot to do that in mine, but whatever. We'll do that next time.
All good. That's why you don't end so fast, man.
Well, you know what?
Any idea whose
I'm bad.
thing is next?
I do not know yet. I was thinking maybe it's either gonna be RC or the Haley Sarah one, but I know that RC is pretty much ready, so I might do his next. I gotta figure that
Archibald is Haley, I know. Is Jade RC's?
out. Jade is Haley's.
Haley's? Wait, I
Yeah.
thought Archibald was Haley's.
No. Archibald is
RC's?
Yeah, that's RC's.
Okay. I guess the name kind of sounds more like Archie RC. Okay.
Oh God.
I don't know.
Snake oil salesman, all right? No.
Yeah. I
He's a
mean,
con
he says don't mind the snake oils bit. It was really hard to find an accurate enough image without resorting to Corrin from Voltron. Oh, that should have gave it away.
Yeah.
Derp. But I mean, I personally think he should involve the snake oil stuff. But I guess if he's a con man, he'll have a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
The Terrakin looks interesting.
Mm.
I mean, the shoulders are good, but I gotta say the picture, unfortunately, the diamonds on the overhead don't look like they're sitting on well enough. They kind of look like they're laid on instead.
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh well. I just realized my viewers cannot actually see these character pictures. We shall look at them next time. I am not going to spoil them for you all. Um, I feel like I've kind of hinted at them, giving you a good teaser for next time. So, tune in next time, folks.